Yo, what's good? I hope everyone's doing okay. Thanks for clicking on the video because I feel like this video a lot of people can relate to and it's a big topic. I'm just going to dive straight into it because my other videos have a tendency to just rant. So what I want to talk about is my gaming addiction. I picked it up about somewhere around the ages of 4 to 6, somewhere around there. And I still play now and I'm 20 years of age. Yes, it's engraved into my childhood and it's been a big thing that was in my childhood, but that's not why I play now. I play now because it's a choice. I have the consciousness. I have my own brain where I can think and do things for myself. I'm choosing to play, so I'm not blaming it on that, right? But I've played for such a long time, so why do I still play despite me having bad thoughts about gaming? I don't play nowhere near as much as I used to. Not at all, right? I want to make that a clear fact. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter if I'm still playing because I'm still a gaming addict because I still play. Look at it like this, right? You're born, something's engraved into your childhood. Say if you eat a lot of foods and your parents have overfed you and that caused you to be overweight, right? It's your choice if you stay being overweight when you're older, and it's also your choice if you stop being overweight and make a change and live a healthier lifestyle. Just because it was engraved into your childhood and that was something that you know a lot and it was a big pinnacle of your childhood doesn't mean you have to stay like that. So there's no excuses here. And then the other thing I want to bring up for example is, for example, you have a drug addict. They're taking all these different drugs. You can like name any drug under the sun. They're just taking it. They're doing it like pretty much every day. Just because they cut out the amount of drugs they're taking or how many days they're taking them doesn't mean they're not an addict. It just means they're progressing when it comes to their addiction. And that's how I see myself when it comes to gaming. Just because I made progress doesn't mean I'm an addict. So why do I still play despite me having all these bad like thoughts and opinions about gaming? Well, I choose to play just to feel that boredom. I'm gonna be so honest with you. It's to feel that dopamine, to just entertain myself, because at the end of the day we play games to just have fun, right? And there's different things that it can branch out into to escape reality because your home life may be bad, to have a full sense of reality because you can't do what you do in games in real life because it's harder. It's just you feel a lot more powerful in games compared to real life because real life's harder than playing games. That's just the reality of it. Whether people realise this or not, it's just a natural thing when you play games. You just get so hooked into it. You spend so much time leveling up your characters and doing all this stuff that you're not focusing on yourself enough. And with me, I used to not shower, not brush my teeth, my armpits would stink, I wouldn't take care of like my armpit hair and it would smell. And it sounds disgusting, but it is. I have like live streams of my old Fortnite channel of just like situations where my stepdad would come in, he's like, you need to shower because you haven't showered, and I'm like, no, and I end up like getting annoyed because I'm like, no, I don't want to shower. And it's like, that's damaging, you know what I mean? I don't play like that where it's like affecting my life and I'm pushing anything back. I still do my routine, I still do my stuff before I even play, and I don't like to play on my own. And if I do, it's like once in a blue moon. I only play when there's certain people online, and I'm generally speaking about 2 people. One of them is my best friend, and another one is someone I go college with. If they're not online, it's basically a 99% chance that I'm not gonna play. Pardon me. The reason why that is because I like the talking aspect, and I view gaming basically as the same category as scrolling on social media. If I'm scrolling in silence to myself, just chilling, what's the difference of scrolling in silence and playing in silence? So that's why I like if I can actually talk. But that's what I mean, it can build you a false reality because a lot of people find it easier to talk on games than in real life because they're just in the comfort of their own room and they can't be seen and they can just say whatever. It's the same as texting behind the keyboard and saying whatever. That's why I put them in the same bracket, because it gives you this full sense of confidence and reality, whether you realise it or not. That's just what it does when you get engaged into these games. And it's like I said, I don't play these games to where it's like ruining my life, but I still play them. And I feel guilty for it sometimes because, like I said, I'm not working and I feel a bit like a bum. And it's kind of like, the reason why I'm feeling like that is because I would actually feel like a bum because of the activities I'm doing, which would be gaming. The reason why I feel like a bum for gaming is because I view it as something that isn't that great, despite me still doing it. Although I've cut down how much I play by a large amount, at the end of the day, it's still the fact that I'm still playing it, and it's making me feel like I'm a bum. And it's like, I'll wait for a job, wait for them to reply, and then I'm like, well, if I'm just waiting for them to reply and I'm just like living my life, just chilling, kind of just like waiting to see what they say, I'm just going to do what I normally do, you know what I mean? Which would be play games sometimes. So that's just like how I see it. But then sometimes I do feel like, man, I shouldn't be doing this, you know what I mean? Even if it's not that long. Like I said, it will be like later on in the day after I've like gone gym and done my routine and stuff like that. But I want to talk about where it's all stemmed from. Obviously, I said I started at 4 to 6 years old, and I used to watch my dad play games, and I used to be so fascinated by the TV and just watch him play so many different games. And then I eventually found out that I could play myself. That's what I mean. I was so young to where I didn't even know it was actually him controlling it properly at the time, because you're still developing your consciousness. So then I started playing, and it's like I just obviously formed an addiction from then. And I've played on many different consoles, like 3DS, what you call it, this old console. It's like a red controller, and it had like a black box, and you could play like Sega games on it, like Sonic or like this Dolphin game and all that stuff. PlayStations, Xboxes, lots of different consoles, Wii's, Wii U's. But the main console we normally had was PlayStations. So he would get a new console, as in my dad, and he would pass it down to me. So if he got the PS3, I would get his PS2. If he got the PS4, I would get the PS3, so on and so on. And right now I have a PS5. I'll show you. I have a controller on my desk. I play PlayStation. But I've played many, many different consoles, many different games. But I want to dive deeper into a big phase of where I was heavily gaming, probably the most gaming I've done, and that's to do with Fortnite. You've obviously heard of Fortnite, and if you haven't, what it is, it's just a battle royale game for 100 players. You jump out a bus, and you just got to be the last one to win. And that came out in 2017, right? And it's now 2024. So it's been out for 7 years, as in the battle royale mode, and I've played it for 5 to 6 of those years. So I've played that game very consistently for ages. And that was at the time when I said I wasn't showering, I wasn't doing anything, and I was just like waking up, playing all day, not really eating, going to bed and repeating. And that's obviously damaging, but that's the same with a lot of people now, and a lot of people being brought up like that, and their situations and cases can be worse than mine. I ended up spending 4 or 5 grand on my Fortnite account, and that was from lots of different people's money. So my uncles, my mum, my girlfriend, like lots of different people have put money into my Fortnite account, and it's like 4 or 5 grand is a decent amount of money. I say decent, it's a lot of amount of money for me now. When I say decent, it's because I would like to think in the future I'm going to be making a lot more than that. So that's why I say decent, because right now I'm broke. So yeah, it seems a bit funny me saying it's a decent amount when I literally have £0. But anyway, without ranting on and waffling, I could have used that money on different things. I literally could get a car, driving lessons, you know what I mean? Different things that are more beneficial to my life than skins and cosmetics. Right, I've played lots of different games, but that was my main game for those 5 to 6 years. It's one of my favourite games. My favourite actual game was it's called Crisis 3. Don't know if you heard of that. It's another shooting game. I guess you could say it's similar to a COD. It's just like kind of futuristic, like shooting game. That was on the PS3, and I used to play that, and that is a big part of my childhood memories. I did used to go outside and do these things like normal kids, where you would just go out and play and go around people's houses. Yes, I did do that, but I don't think I've done that as much as how much I gamed. And in reality, that's sad, you know what I mean? Because it can actually damage you, and it takes a while for you to realise it, because you're just playing to have fun, and it's just like a comforting thing. So it takes a while for you to realize why you're actually gaming and start questioning it and starting to develop your mindset and shift the way you see reality to stop doing these unproductive habits such as gaming. But yeah, Fortnite is my main game. I play it here and there with the people that I mentioned, but it's like rarely. Um, but my other game that I play is called The Finals. That's literally the main game that I play. I did play a bit of Black Ops 6. My friend, he has PS Plus, or he had PS Plus, and we game share, so I get his games for free. I don't buy games, I don't spend money on games. I just play them just for the simple fact to feel that boredom. So I just get all these games for free, and if it needs PS Plus, he has it. But I stopped playing Black Ops 6 because his PS Plus ran out. So the main game I play is The Finals, and then like I said, here and there, I'll play some Fortnite. But I quit Fortnite properly, because like I said, it was my main game, last year, October the 3rd or October the 4th, 2023. And it's now November 20th, 2024. So it's been over a year since I've bought anything on the game, and since I've consistently played it like competitively and like took it serious. Now I just hop on here and there, like talk to people, and then just come off after like a little bit of playing. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about my backstory when it comes to gaming, and just that I'm still choosing to game, and the reason why. I'm giving a reason and a backstory, not an excuse, because like I said, at the end of the day, it's a choice, me still coming on to play. You know what I mean? But it's like I said, I don't spend money, I don't play as much as I used to. I don't buy the games, I don't buy cosmetics. Just I'm just simply there to feel them dopamine receptors and just, have some fun. And just talk to some people. That's literally it. My throat's getting really dry. Hold up. That's why I keep coughing. But yeah, you could say it's been a bit engraved into my childhood, but at the end of the day, I'm still choosing to do it, like with the examples I gave. But yeah, that's probably just going to wrap up the video. I feel like a lot of people can relate to it, because a lot of people game now. And like I said, you may have spent more money, or it could be a job. You could be a streamer watching this. Very unlikely, but there's still a chance that someone could see this who has spent more money, or they used to play more games than I did and still play more than I do. So if you're one of those people, just realise you need to actually start doing stuff in real life and developing yourself, because all games are doing, yes, they're fun, right? I know that more than anyone else, better than anyone else, because I'm an addict after all. But it's giving you a full sense of reality, right? And the sooner you realise that, the sooner you can pursue your actual life. If you can sit there hours on end playing games, try and put that into something else, you know what I mean? But, there's a lot of things that I need to do. I still play. Like I say, we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. Nobody's perfect. We all do bad habits or have bad habits. No one's 100% perfect or has a 100% productive day. So just be aware of that, and it's all about your progress after all. So this is obviously for me to help myself, because I want to review it in the future and see when I actually quit gaming and react to this video. Obviously, this is for other people as well. Hopefully, it can help you, give you a little bit of advice, a little bit of a nudge to, start cracking on with your actual real life. Quitting games, right, straight away, that's just not going to work. You got to gradually cut down the hours, because with habits, you have to replace a bad habit with a good one. And if you don't replace it with a good one or another habit, you've kind of just got nothing there. It's like when I quit Fortnite, I didn't have any other games to play, and it sounds like I'm a crackhead, but I actually have withdrawals for 3 days. I was like, oh my god, what do I play? What do I play? Found Dead by Daylight, which is this horror game, I guess you could say. Played that for 3 days, got kind of into it, and then the Finals beta dropped, and then I started playing that, and that's just been my main game since. But I've played that for a year, and I've still played that quite a bit. I've spent a bit of money on that game, but I don't spend money at all anymore on games. So it's I've got my own progression to do, and I've made a lot of progression. But at the end of the day, if you're just cutting out gaming completely from your routine, you're going to have this massive time gap, and you're just going to be doing nothing, and then you're just going to go straight back to gaming, you know what I mean? It's just all about cutting down the hours and picking up a productive lifestyle and something that you actually have a connection with. I'm not going to list something productive to do because I want you to have your own substance to why you want to do it. You know what I mean? Think of something that you actually want to do and that you're passionate about, that you think is actually productive, and spend some time on that, and that will just naturally cut down how many hours you play. But yeah, that's probably going to wrap up the video today. That's just a bit of my backstory when it comes to gaming. Hope this helps anyone out there. And Precy, when you're watching this in the future, I want you to react to this and see when you've stopped gaming or if you still game, and your opinions on it in the future. Hope everyone has a good day. I'll catch you in another one.